Where are the girls with the book in the club? With the reading glasses on, getting shook in the club. Reading Ta-Nehisi Coates, humming Spotty Yachty Dope. With the wild, let them drag me here, look in the club.
Hey everybody, alright, MsMalcolmHughes here, just to do a really quick book review to wrap up Women's History Month. So the book that I want to review today is one that you may have heard me speak of before, but it is Difficult Women by the incomparable Roxane Gay, who I adore. The reason why I want to cover this book is because as women, sometimes there are all these expectations and standards put upon us that we may not have any desire to live up to or abide by. And I love this book because it is a book of short stories that really covers a wide range of women and who society may deem as difficult women. So I love this book. Whenever I'm reading it out in public, people are always like, interesting, and guys are always like, oh, ironic, a woman reading a book about difficult women, oh, what's that about? So it is one that grabs attention, but it's never what people expect. This is my third time reading it, so that just tells you how phenomenal it is. What I love most about this book, beyond Gay's so stirring writing, she's just so phenomenal, is the fact that the stories are so vast and so wide, like ranging. So I'll tell you what a couple are about. So the first one is I Will Follow You. So this one is cool because it's the bond between two sisters who have gone through a very traumatizing situation, and rather than allowing her sister to go through it solo, she went through it with her sister, and that kind of shapes the rest of their life, their history, their trajectory, everything that happens after that moment. They did it together, and no one else really understands them after that. They come back not the same girls they were before, but they still have each other, and it's like an inseparable bond. And I think it's really an interesting tale. The next one, I will say that there are three reoccurring themes, in my opinion, that come throughout this book. One is all its weight, whether that be water, whether that be whatever it is all its weight. The other is that the women do not look away, no matter what the situation, the circumstances like they're faced with. They do not look away, and that this shows their internal strength. The final one is to break all the way down. It's like an undoing of yourself, which I think y'all heard me talk about before when I've talked about it on social media, when talking about just like my plans for the summer and this year. It's like you spend all this time in your life doing yourself, creating yourself in such a way, and then you have to undo yourself to get to the core of who you are designed to be. So there's another story is water, all its weight. And that one, I really feel like it was an analogy for like depression, but that might be a reach. But that's another really good story. My favorite story in the entire book, though they're all so good that it's hard to pick, but whenever I think of this book, this one always stands out to me, so I have to say this one. There is a woman who is married to a brother who has a twin who is completely different than her husband, but they switch places and they don't realize that she knows. And she doesn't complain because the twin brother of her husband provides something that her husband does not. He provides a kindness and a tenderness where her husband is rough and cruel, and all of what that means. And that story is one, honestly, if there's any story in this book that I wish was longer, it's definitely that one. Like, it ends and I'm just like, I want more. This should be a novel. So Roxane Gay, if you ever see this and you ever decide, I want to turn a short story into a novel, please let it be Mark of Cain. Oh, another one that I really love is Difficult Women. So I love this one because it's beautiful in its directness and its dismantling of the stereotypes of women and the tropes of what they should be. Crazy women, angry women, bitter women, loose women. She attacks all of it, and I think it's brilliant. I'll read this one. So I'll read like a couple of them just so you get an idea. What a loose woman sees in the mirror. Nothing. She doesn't look. She doesn't need to. She knows exactly who she is. Where a frigid woman goes at night. There are places for people with secrets, and she has secrets. So many of them that sometimes they threaten to choke her. She goes to the places for people with secrets, and there she waits. you just have to read it in context. It's so beautiful. There's so many stories here. There's stories about, some of it is like reaches on like magic, mysticism. There's a story with a woman whose husband is a coal miner. Well, he's a miner, it doesn't say for coal, who is a miner who spends like so much of his life underground that one day he goes, he builds this device and he flies to the sky because he needs to touch the sun, and he swallows the sun essentially. And what does that mean for the people who follow? What does that mean for his children, his wife who's left behind, and how does the town respond? That's an amazing story. Stories about trying to love through your pain and through your trauma, or what you experience when you find a really good person. And one thing I love about this, and it might be the romantic in me, is that these women are able to find souls who get them through all the pain and through all the trauma. There's a soul who gets them and who deals with it, and who does not see them as difficult, or even if they do see them as difficult, they see them as worth it. They see them as beautiful. And these women are able to be their most raw selves with them and be safe in that, and find something that kind of like stitches and holds them together. And I think that that is so important, because life, as I've said before, is hard for everybody. And it comes with its pain and it comes with its problems. But whether it be friends, whether it be lovers, whether it be family, whether it be whatever you have, I think it's so important for each of us to have that community, to have those individuals who are there, who hold us together through all of it. So I could not end Women's History Month without acknowledging this brilliant piece of work, and just to remind all of us to love each other, love women, honor the women in your life, support them, check on your strong friend, just be there, and for all of us to be what binds and holds us together. So as we exit Women's History Month, don't forget that. Don't just acknowledge and honor women 1 month throughout the year. Don't just honor your mother on Mother's Day. We need that support all year long, all year round, to uplift each other and hold each other in communion, in familyship, in friendship. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Try to keep this one really short. More exciting things coming up. I'm very excited for April. Lots of book giveaways. I'll tell you about that in the next video. There's also a haul video that's coming soon, my very first haul video, so I'm super stoked about that. Just a lot more content coming, y'all. So as always, remember to give time and to have the best day of your life on purpose. Peace.
Pretty, witty, girly, whirly, one who likes to party but come home early.